call. So great to have you here. Some fantastic guests we have and presenters on with me today. So grateful that they were able to join me. I've just come off just getting back from the Cancun trip, the incentive trip with Jeunesse, which was absolutely fantastic. And then we just had a week holiday as a family up at a beach house, spending some time doing some surfing and spending some good quality time with the family, and love this life that Jeunesse offers to so many people. You just have to work hard at it, and if you just work consistently, as many of you know, the results will come, and your business will give you the opportunity to have a lot of financial and time freedom. So I first want to just welcome everybody who's new this week on the call. Welcome. We're glad that you've joined us in Jeunesse. If you have been around for a while and this is your first Google Hangout, these are great calls to plug into. They happen every Monday at 8 p.m. UK time for you to plug in and just get some tips, some inspiration, and just some updates about what's happening with Jeunesse. So we're going to get right into it tonight with a couple of presenters that we have. I'm first of all going to introduce Laura to you. Laura has just been with Laura Wicker. She's just been with Jeunesse a few months. She is very excited about Jeunesse, and grateful that she was able to join me on the call today and share her story with you. She's going to give you some tips about how she has really just launched her business over the last few months with Jeunesse. So thanks for joining us, Laura. Welcome to the call. She's a little nervous, so I know she's going to do just awesome.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Yeah, I'm Laura. I'm from sunny Southend in Essex, yeah, and like Kathleen said, I haven't been with Jeunesse very long. I think it was the end of May that I signed up. Now, I'll tell you a little bit of background about myself because it might help. My background is I work with abused children, and I've been doing it for years, and when I started, it's like, this is what I definitely want to do, you know, this is the way forward, this is going to help me progress in my job, I'm going to get where I want. And I started a university degree, you know, paying out all that money doing this degree, and I was actually studying psychoanalysis. And then last year I got pregnant for the first time with my son, and I don't know what it was, but as soon as I got pregnant, you know, when people say your life changes, and as soon as I got pregnant, I thought, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this no more. But I thought, I'm still going to finish my university degree. I'm not just going to quit. So my son was due in February. My uni degree didn't finish till June, and I started this in May. So I've managed to do all of this and pass my psychoanalysis degree with top marks. So if I can do this, anybody can. And the reason also that I wanted to start working from home is when you're a mum, you don't want to miss out on your child's firsts. You know, I want to hear his first word. I want to hear see his first step. I want to see him roll over. You know, every mother wants to see that. So I found out about Jeunesse through reconnecting with two friends who I was with another MLM business last year. It didn't work out. It wasn't for me. But I learned a lot from that, and I'm putting that, you know, what I've learned that went wrong to good use now with Jeunesse. And everyone says to me, you can't do all this. You know, how can you do it with a newborn baby? You know, they're crying, they don't sleep. You know, when do you get the time? And deep down, I know people don't mean it, but they're kind of using their children as an excuse not to do this. But I am using my son as a reason why. You know, if you've got a why, you are going to succeed in this. And every day I'm doing something, even if I'm only doing an hour, I'm pushing myself and I'm getting where I want to. Like I said, I've only been doing it since the end of May. I've got 2 team members, you know, and I'm just being contacted every day by these random people that I've never met. And this is what's good about networking. You can connect with anybody in the world at any time of the day, you know, and make new people, you know, make friends. It's all about making friendships. So if I start just giving a few tips of what I've learned from a new mum's perspective, what I think would help everyone is, you know, if you don't think you've got time, even an hour a day, just start small and start building up a routine, and you have to be consistent. You know, you can't just expect to do one post here and there, speak to one person, and then everything's just going to magically work. You have to put the effort in. What you put into this, you are going to get out of it. Try and set up a routine if you can. What I do every Sunday, I sit down and I write my goals for the week. You know, on this day I'm going to do this, or by next Sunday I'm going to have achieved this. And what I think is really good and what's helped me, obviously being busy with the baby, is when you have a business or a like page, you can do scheduled posts. So also at the weekend on a Sunday, I sit there for an hour or so and I schedule all the posts that I want to go onto my Facebook page, like during the week. You know, I do 2 to 3 posts a day. And then that, if I'm really busy and I think, oh, well, you know, it's all done for me, I don't need to worry too much, and then I can spend time doing other things as well. And you need to learn, you know, listen to the Hangouts, get on the Hangouts every week if you can, read books, you know. If you can't read, when I'm going out for a walk, I've got audio books. You know, I've just downloaded Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, there's always a minute that you can learn. And you need to think outside the box as well. I mean, Saturday, on Saturday, sorry, I've got a little bit of feedback. On Saturday, I done my first stall, and there was no customers, basically. It was very, very quiet. So what I thought, no, I'm not just going to sit here and get nothing out of this. So I went round and spoke to the other stall members, and I was interested in what they were doing. And because I was interested in what they were doing, they came over to me, and I actually got sales from that. I've got a list of contacts from doing that, people that want to sign up to the business. I was approached by a lady that's a motivational speaker in London, and she's asked me to help speak and present the products at one of her events. You know, little things that you do every day, you might not think that it makes a difference, but you're creating a ripple effect. Everything you do, you will get there. You know, so I hope, you know, just keep learning, listen to everyone. If people are giving you advice, just go for it. You know, this is the best opportunity you can get. You know, you're given, so it's not just all about reading. You know, start creating your income. So yeah, that's it. That's my tips and my story.
Great. Thank you so much, Laura, for sharing with us today. Boy, you said some great stuff in there. You know, what you put into this business, you will get out of it. And one of the big things that I often say to people, you know, is that this is networking. It means that you do need to work every single day, and this is a business that you can build in the cracks of your days. It's just, if your why is big enough and you focus on the positives that are happening in your business and do the activity, you will get the results. I have never seen in the last 20 years somebody not work consistently at their business and not eventually be successful. For some people, it takes a little bit longer than others, but if you're willing to kind of learn and grow and you know, take experiences and grow from them and try different things, then absolutely you will get there. And I loved your story because it resonated for me. I was 21 years ago, pregnant with my first son, and it was the reason that I left a regular wonderful paying job was to stay home and raise my kids. And I've been able to receive a paycheck from Jeunesse every single week from Jeunesse in the last 3 years, but overall in the last 20 years, every single week from this industry received a paycheck. And I tell you, if you just find a way every single day to be passionate about what you're doing. If you find passion in what you're doing, you'll never feel like you've worked a day. So thank you so much, Laura, for sharing. That was absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to bring on Nia, and Nia Maynard. She is a busy mom of 2. She's just been with Jeunesse just over almost, she's had just some great, she's come out of the gate just flying, and I'm really excited for her to share with you today. So thanks so much for joining us, Nia.
Hi, thanks for having me. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. I've got 2 children. I work for a local charity running a children's centre. I moved from back home to Wales from London just over a year and a half ago. I was with another MLM company, sorry, briefly, but it wasn't something that I really wanted to do. It was something that I was kind of pushed into doing for a friend of a friend, and I didn't really get on with the products that well, and found it really basically hard to promote a product that I didn't really truly believe in myself. I then came across a video. It wasn't Becky's. It was a gentleman that had he had a big sort of frown line in his forehead. That was the project, the video that I first saw. And I thought, gosh, wow. And I looked a bit into it more about it, and I messaged a few distributors, but I didn't really get the answers that I was looking for. They were just really pushing a product on me, and I wanted to know more about the business and the opportunities and things like that. So I kind of stepped back for another 2 months. And then actually I came across Sarah Cruikshank's video on YouTube and messaged her, and Sarah's been fab. Sarah's now my sponsor, and she's actually been my my inspiration. I've now set up a YouTube channel, and poor Sarah's had me messaging her back and forth, how do I do this, how do I do that, and I've basically taught myself from Sarah and watching other people's YouTube videos on how to build my own YouTube channel. I've also built up a really good Facebook page. I looked this morning and I think I've got about 5,400 people liking my page at the minute. And when I first started off there, I had about 90 likes, and I thought, gosh, nobody's seeing my posts. How can I get my posts out there? How can I get my products seen? So I did my first initial video and I put it on my personal page, and from that I started getting people then liking my business page, and then I looked into how to boost posts and to target certain areas. And another person that I've been messaging is Kirsty. She's been really helpful as well, and she's been telling me what sort of countries to target. And then I looked at certain countries and where we're launching, and then I thought, right, okay, now I need to think about the time difference and when they're going to be up, and when there's no point me posting now because it's going to be 12 o'clock at night there. So that was important for me to realise what the time difference was. So that's been a massive help. And today, actually, from my video from the Instantly Ageless and Promoting Australia, I've had a lady message me today, and she's actually signed up with me from Australia today. I've also had another gentleman in America message me. He's seen my YouTube videos, and I'm back and forth talking to him at the moment. And I've also had a gentleman, a lady today from Africa who's messaged me. So if you think that this can only be done in your local area, it can't. It doesn't have to be like that. I'm reaching people all over the world, and your Facebook will take time, but you just need to go on YouTube. There's tutorials on there to show you how to boost posts and to do that, and they cost pennies. They cost about £3 to boost a post for 2 days possibly, but it could be the more people that you've got on your page, the more people will see your posts. And the other thing, the other tip that I picked up was your personal page. It can be used as a great tool for your business, but don't bombard your personal page with products and selling people. It is a networking marketed business. It's about building relationships with people. It's not about ramming the products down people's throats. It's about showing them the opportunity, and actually they can see you having fun with the business and all the great things that you're doing with the business, and then that kind of tweaks their interest, and they're like, okay, I'm just going to message her to see. I think I've approached one person, all the other people have come to me. So yeah.
Great. Hey, Mia, that amazing. But do you want to just talk a little bit about London? London
yeah, event? I totally forgot about London. Yes, I'm super excited. I'm going to London on this Saturday. I booked my tickets. It was really important for me to be able to go and to meet the other distributors there and get some tips and techniques and what they're up to, and also to find out a little bit more about the products and what we're doing. I've actually got a friend who was interested in the business a couple of weeks back, and then sort of had cold feet, and then she messaged me again today saying, oh, is that invite still open for London on Saturday? Can I come with you? I was like, yes, of course. So yeah, it's really important, I think, for you to go to these events to sort of get yourself riled up and excited about things, and then you can share that with others and show them what a fab time you're having.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you're in Wales, right?
Yes, I'm in Wales. So it'll take me, it's a 250-mile trip. So I'm lucky enough that my brother actually lives in London, so I'm going up there on the Friday and staying with my brother. But if I was driving, it would take me 4 hours, but I still think it's definitely worth the effort to go up there. And it's a day out in London, so it's a win-win.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Leah, for sharing. That was fantastic. And I'm just going to meet you there. Just fantastic, both of you. Boy, that was great sharing and such great tips. And I think sometimes, I know Nia talked about it a little bit, but sometimes, what we do, unfortunately, is we make things more complicated than they need to be. And if you just do the basic steps and learn, spending time, if you really want to learn how to do YouTube channels and boost posts, just spend the time that you need to learn how to do that. Because I was saying to somebody today just on a call, a video or a picture speaks 1,000 words to people. So, I mean, it's amazing. It amazes me, Nia, that you actually didn't see Becky's video, but that you saw somebody else's, and that was what triggered you. So there are other videos out there that are having that type of traction and that type of success. And sometimes it just takes stepping out of your comfort zone and saying, you know what, I want this bad enough, I'm going to find a way to make it happen, and finding a way through. So thank you both so much for sharing just such great information and such great tips. So we talked, Nia talked about the Jeunesse event, that's the Discover Jeunesse event, that's August 8th in London. It's a full day. This is a great event to bring prospects to. Prospects are free. For anybody who's a distributor, it's $10, and the space is limited on that, so you want to make sure that you register. You can register through the link on the Jeunesse page there. Dr. William Amsalog is going to be there. He is one of the doctors on the medical advisory board. He is a wealth of knowledge. I just had an opportunity to travel with him in Montreal and Toronto, and he knows his product. And I tell you, if you have any type of product information and stuff like that, you want to get there and hear about what he has to say about what Jeunesse has and to offer as far as our entire product line goes. There's going to be an overview of Jeunesse. There's going to be some training on the key elements of building a very strong foundation for your Jeunesse business. They're going to have an in-depth look at the culture, vision, and the science that has made Jeunesse probably the most exciting and fastest growing company in the world right now. And I loved what you both said about this being an international business. You can build to diamond in your backyard. There's no question about that. But if you want a long-term, global, successful business, you want to build it internationally. It is what will pay you long-term residual income for a very, very, very long time. So you want to start looking at, I love what Nia said, she starts looking at targeting, where Jeunesse is opening next, or who's launching. Instantly Ageless is launching this weekend in Australia, so great time to be connecting with people in Australia and boosting posts in Australia with the Instantly Ageless video. So again, really important to kind of target and set out a map and a plan to grow your business internationally. Kyle Copeland, the president of Europe, is going to be there. Alex Gropoff, he's the director of European sales, he's going to be there. And Gabriella Munich, she's the manager of Northern Europe, she's going to be there as well. So these are great people that you're going to really get a really good sense of Jeunesse. We know, no question, many people have said this, we have the products, we know the science behind the product is incredible. We have the incredible people in place, and now that Jeunesse has gone through some of those, learning and explosive growth and managed to keep it all together. I know we've had some issues with customer service, with pay cards, but I can tell you, Kathleen Degelman and I were just saying that this last week, that the people that stick through this, push through it, find a way, stay positive, you will reap the greatest rewards, and it will show not only in the time freedom that you're going to have, but in financial freedom. It will happen, and Europe and the UK is ready for explosive growth and with the launch of Zen Body being moved to October, sometimes that can be a really positive thing. I often try to look at the silver lining, and one of the things about it being launched in October is that a lot of people start looking in the fall for what they're going to start in January. So it's a great time to be really promoting the excitement around Zen Body. If you're struggling, a lot of people say, I'm struggling, and you've been in network marketing maybe 6 or 7 months. 95% of people will throw up their hands and say, you know what, I'm done with network marketing, I can't do it. And the reason why is after 6 or 7 months, you've kind of, exhausted your friends and family, your circle of influence doesn't want to hear anything more about what you're doing. And so that's when, unfortunately, you need to step out of your comfort zone, and you need to try different things or learn different things or do a video, stuff that makes you feel really uncomfortable. And a lot of people, they quit because that's just too much for them. So if you are at that point, you're thinking, gosh, I really want to make this work, but I just don't know what to do. As Laura said, plug into the Google Hangouts. Make sure you're looking on the Facebook page. Make sure that you're getting that Market Bolt. I tell you, the results people are having with Market Bolt and the leads that Market Bolt system that Kathleen Degelman launched is incredible, and people are coming on board right through that program. The other thing is grabbing a book, and Laura talked about that reading. My 3 favorite books, I'll tell you what they are. First Year Network Marketing. If you have never done this before, you haven't had success in this before, download that book, pick up that book. It is amazing. It is a step-by-step basic guide to building a huge foundation for a very successful business. Go Pro with Eric Worre. That is to tweak, if you've already done this before but you're not getting the results that you want, that book is going to help launch you to getting the results that you want. They're very practical steps to building a business and being a professional at networking. Another one that's really good that shows you the type of life that you can live and what kind of unfolds in a network marketing business over the course of 2, 3, 5 to 10 years is Beach Money by Jordan Adler, another great book. So if I get up every morning and for 40 minutes I fuel my mind with really good stuff that's going to, whatever it is that I'm struggling with, or if I need to learn or I need to push past something, I'll pick up a book. And right now I'm reading The Art of Being Happy, and it's a fantastic book as well. So always great to be putting good stuff in, because if good stuff goes in, then great stuff comes out, and it always tells you to look at the silver lining and look at different ways to make it work. Again, plugging into the Facebook page, plugging into the calls. Often our biggest resistance is our greatest paycheck. Kathleen Degelman said that a while ago, and that always rings true for me. The thing that you're resisting doing, the video, connecting with a couple people that you feel are out of your league, that will probably generate your biggest income in Jeunesse. It's just, unfortunately, you need to find the courage to step out and do it. And once you do it once, it does get easier. I'm a firm believer you're building relationships, so don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call people. We've become, I believe, too technically, we've gone too far to the other end of just all on Facebook, all online. But if you know somebody and you really want them to be in your business, pick up the phone and call them, because they will hear your excitement, they will hear your passion for the business, and they'll want to be, friends do what friends do, and so they'll really want to be involved with you and get excited with you. So again, stepping out of your comfort zone. So you've got the products, you've got the company, and we know that we've got amazing people. So again, it's just that belief and that that core thing that you have to be able to step out of your comfort zone and grow and learn. Because I tell you, if you stick with this, I've seen more people quit their jobs, work from home, and gain financial success and time freedom faster in this profession than in any other profession out there. And it just takes sticking with it. I tell you, the people that stick with it and have the most resilience will have great success. So I hope you all have a great week. Thank you so much, Laura and Nia, for sharing. You guys were incredible. I couldn't have asked for two better presenters on the call with me today. I hope you all have a great week. If you are thinking about getting out to that London event, I tell you, if you're 4 to 6 hours away, you should be doing everything, moving mountains to get there. It is what will set you up for huge success, because you will get a great overview of Jeunesse, where they're going, what's happening in Europe and the UK. Send your people out to that event. Make sure that they get an opportunity to see the people behind the corporate team. That's going to be a great day. I wish I could be there. So have a great week. Look forward to seeing all of you really soon. And thank you so much for joining us. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.